Hi everybody, Barry Schwartz here. This is the Search Buzz video recap. Today is Friday, June 7th, and this is the search news we covered over the past week over at the Search Engine Roundtable at seroundtable.com. It's not all the search news, it's just the most important that I think. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. Anyway, if you missed something, we have the past month of Google Webmaster related topics summarized for you. I posted my monthly Google Webmaster report on June 5th. The main things you got to know about in the past month of Google is the Penguin update. Google went after a link network, specifically probably text link ads. Matt Cutts announced 10 upcoming SEO changes, and Matt Cutts also made a clear stance on advertorials. That's the main stuff you have to know about. There's a ton of other stuff I summarized on June 5th at seroundtable.com. Definitely take a look at that if you want to catch up quickly. There were a lot of rumors that Google possibly did an update on June 5th. A lot of rumors. Google would not confirm it on record. Google would not confirm it off record. They did respond to me, but didn't really say anything. But anyway, it seems like from the chatter and from what's going on, there was some type of update. I don't know exactly what it was. It wasn't huge. It wasn't like a Penguin update or anything like that, but it seemed to be some type of update, and we have more information about that also on June 5th. Big news for the link selling market. A couple weeks ago, we reported that Matt Cutts tweeted that Google went after another link network. The question was, which link network was that? It seems, because Matt Cutts tweeted on June 1st or so, that they went after text link ads, one of the oldest and most prominent link networks out there. It's been around forever. It's actually a legit company owned by a legit major corporation that was actually just sold. It was founded by Patrick Gavin and Bill, and there's a lot of history behind the company, but basically it's just interesting that Google would go after them now and not earlier, but I guess Google's now doing their link network efforts. Talking about links, I covered earlier last week, basically how do you uncover spammy links, and then somebody asked in the Webmaster world, actually in Webmaster help forums, do you need more than just using Google Webmaster Tools reports? Could you just use the Google Webmaster reports, export those links, go through each and every single one, and use that to disavow? And a Googler from, I think, India went ahead and said, that's all you really need. I confirmed that later on that day in a Google Webmaster chat with John Mueller, who's basically one of the #1 communication people in Google in terms of Webmaster related topics, and he said yes, all you need technically is to use Google Webmaster Tools links report to see which links you have to disavow. Anything in there would be good enough. But it might be easier, he said, if you use third-party tools to do sorting and filtering in a more efficient manner, but Google Webmaster Tools should have all the links you need to look at in terms of what you have to remove. Matt Cutts posted a video this week, or actually yesterday I wrote about this, basically saying that rel author, obviously the rich snippet for rel author, and marking up which pages or which content written by a specific author can help Google significantly with search quality. Now, he's all for the anonymous web, yada yada yada, but he says that if, for example, the example he gave, this Danny Sullivan writes something in a forum that has low page rank, knowing that Danny Sullivan wrote it because he has a high reputation, a lot of authority in his authorship, would actually help boost, or potentially could help boost that content. Now, it's not happening necessarily today, but it's a very good way for Google to see which authors are writing what across the web, and then using that, obviously, for search quality. It will be interesting to see how Google goes forward with that. This is very interesting. You have a site that's hit by Panda. There's a lot of sites that were hit by Panda in around mid-November. Usually this is the Panda 22nd update. Now, there were two large sites, both fairly white hat, a lot of user-generated content that got hit around that. It's interesting looking at the discussion in this Webmaster World thread where it's basically talking about how Google's John Mueller says you have to moderate your content. You can't just let anybody post whatever they want. So you have to, it's your content, it's your website. Poor user-generated poor user-generated content is just as bad as you writing poor content on your own website yourself. So you got to be able to moderate that. The interesting thing is that these are two very well moderated websites. They have a list of staff. They have a list of procedures they look at when they actually look at every single body's post. So it's fairly well moderated. The question is, in my opinion, when Google goes ahead and softens, which we reported a few weeks ago, their Panda update, will these sites that are kind of in this area actually be, come out of the Panda update? It will be interesting to see. It's very interesting in general, but even heavily moderated user-generated websites still can be hit by Panda. Just keep that in mind. Next up. Again, negative SEO thing came up once more. Matt Cutts actually commented on it in a Hacker News story. Not going to go through the whole history, but basically Matt Cutts says it's still extremely rare. Almost every single case that he looked into regarding negative SEO was not negative SEO for those reasons. It was other reasons that were actually impacting it. Of course, Google doesn't say never because, as Matt Cutts puts it, there's always people that could go in beyond certain ways. Like they can actually go ahead and hack sites or do things like actually attempt to take over your website and stuff like that. So it's always possible. But he's saying it's still very, very unlikely and very rare for a negative SEO to affect anybody. Rich Snippets. Google has come out with a Rich Snippets structured data markup helper tool. Got that? So if you, I don't know, back in December, we reported that Google came out with like an extension that you could add to your browser that actually lets you mark up your content and submit it to Rich Snippets. Now Google has a web-based version. You enter the URL of the site, it brings it up, and you can actually use your browser within the actual tool itself, not an extension, just to mark up stuff, and then it'll generate the HTML for you. It's pretty cool. It also works with Gmail's markup features as well. Bing. Microsoft Bing search engine turned 4 years old on June 3rd. There are also rumors that over the weekend they actually had a Bing update. It does seem like it's possible. Obviously, a lot of webmasters and SEOs don't follow Bing that closely. But anyway, happy birthday, Bing, on being 4. Nobody would have expected you to have grown so much in the 4 years, so congratulations. And hopefully that Bing update was really a Bing update and we reported properly. Yahoo, which is actually powered by Bing, launched a major redesign of their website, of their search results, Obviously, with Marissa Mayer going over to Yahoo, she's going to actually focus a lot more on search. But the major things they improved was they improved the load time of the search results. They moved the search results higher up on the page so you can see it faster. They added a new navigation bar at the top to make things more consistent. And they want to move that top bar across all of the Yahoo properties going forward, and they're slowly doing that. Take a look at it. June 6th, we have a video taking you through the walkthrough of how that works. Yandex also did some major things this week. Yandex launched what's called the Yandex Islands. They're interactive snippets. If Google did this, I think a lot of webmasters would freak out. Basically, what they've done is, instead of just getting the results and clicking over, let's say you want to go book a movie or you want to book a flight, instead of obviously just researching that and actually, clicking on a result to actually go to the website to actually book it, they want you to book it right on their own website through the Yandex search results. They call this islands or interactive snippets. I think that if Google did this, it would just freak everybody out. There are ways for webmasters actually to obviously mark up their code to make it possible for them to actually be included in the Yandex. The beta only works in Turkey right now. Google added another knowledge graph, which is obviously rich snippet oriented or interactive oriented, for nutritional facts. So if you search how many carbs in an apple, it'll bring up a whole thing. It's pretty neat. You no longer need to use Wolfram Alpha to do so. And finally, Google AdWords now has a new image ad extension. So now Google's testing this in beta right now. You can sign up to the beta if you're an AdWords advertiser and try to partake in that. But you can actually show images in your ads. So you can have the ad, and above the ad is actually an image, which obviously would be, basically like a banner ad of some sorts. And Google has always said they would never do this, but they're starting to do this more and more. And I don't think anybody's surprised by this today. They were surprised back in 2008 when Google did images and product ads. But going forward, I don't think anybody's going to be shocked by any of this. Anyway, thanks so much for listening to the Search Buzz video recap. Again, today is June 7th. Everyone, this is the news we covered over at the Search and Roundtable at SERoundtable.com. My name again is Barry Schwartz. Everyone have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys next. Bye.